The Tropical Rainforest by Taylor Hine, Hope Leakey, Savannah Ostermeyer, Joe Thornton, and Victor Glacia.
These are the members of the Tropical Rainforest group.
Tropical Rainforest location. Tropical rainforests are located in Australia, Asia, Africa, and North and South America. The largest rainforests are in South America, Western Africa, and Southeast Asia, while smaller rainforests are in Central America, Madagascar, Australia, and in the southern United States.
The weather of the tropical rainforest is classified AF, A meaning that climates are moist for all months and have average temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and F standing for sufficient precipitation for all months. Rainforests are located close to the equator, which means equal days, so 12 hours of sunlight every day, and they have no seasons. The weather is the same mostly every day, which means year-round warmth. Thunderstorms are common. Rain is about 50 to 260 inches a year, so about 4 inches in a day, and there's brief seasons of less rain also.
The temperature. In the tropical rainforest, it's a region of a year-round warmth. The average temperature for a rainforest is about 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and the temperature generally does not drop under 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainforests are located near the equator, causing them to be very humid and cloudy. Due to the Earth's curvature, more sunshine and a beam falls on the equator more than a region that would be further from the equator. The equator points directly at the sun, which makes the beams more intense than the beams that would glance the side of the Earth.
Altitude and depth. The tropical rainforest is generally very low in elevation, located from 10 degrees to 25 degrees north or south of the equator. The rainforests are 1 to 1,500 meters in elevation in the Americas, Africa, and Southeast Asia. The low elevation is due to the highness in the temperature and the large amount of precipitation. The air in the low elevation is denser, causing the particles to move around, creating more heat, and the dense air is able to hold moisture much better than thin air. Because the rainforest is located in low elevation, the moisture rises due to convection and then creates clouds throughout the year.
Precipitation. The precipitation of the tropical rainforest is influenced by the climate of its region. Because of the humid climate, there's usually the amount of 250 centimeters of rainfall per year. In only a month, the rainforest receives 4 inches of rain. 50% of the precipitation comes from the rainforest's own evaporation. Most of the rain that falls on the rainforest never actually reaches the forest floor. This is due to the trees and their leaves, or also known as shields. The reason the rainforest gets so much precipitation is due to the amounts of evaporation that takes place at its region, the equator.
Evaporation that contributes to precipitation. The rainforest gets great amounts of rain due to the heat and the amounts of wetness in the region, which means more amounts of direct sunlight hitting the land and sea. The sun warms the land and sea, which causes the water to evaporate into the air. The warm air can hold greater amounts of water vapor at a given time, and the cold air then holds less amounts of water vapor. As the air rises, it cools. When hot air meets cold air, condensation takes place, and the vapor forms droplets, which then forms clouds. The clouds will then produce rain, and then it rains more than 90 days a year in the rainforest, and the strong sunlight usually shines between each rainstorm.
The layers of the rainforest. There are a total of 4 distinct tree layers in the rainforest: the emergent, the upper canopy, the understory, and the forest floor.
The emergent layer consists of emergent trees, which are trees that can grow up to 100 to 240 feet tall. They have umbrella-shaped canopies that grow above the forest, and they are usually spaced wide apart. These trees are usually exposed to dry winds, which causes them to have small and pointed leaves. Some lose these leaves during a short dry season in certain monsoon rainforests. The trees have very straight, very smooth trunks with few branches, and the branches that they usually have are more towards the top of the trees.
The upper canopy layer. The upper canopy mainly consists of trees that grow up to 60 to 130 feet. which allows light to be easily accessed at the top but not so easily toward the bottom. Most of the animals in the rainforest live in this region of the rainforest. Some animals never go to the forest floor due to the abundance of food in the upper canopy region. The leaves of the upper canopy have divots that allow the rain to run off the leaf. This prevents mold and mildew from forming due to the humidity, and it keeps the leaves dry to help further prevent the mold formation.
The understory layer, also called the lower canopy, mainly consists of trees that only grow up to 60 feet, the trunks of canopy or emergent trees, shrubs, plants, and other small trees. There is little air movement in this level, which results in constant high humidity, and this level of the rainforest is also under constant shade.
The forest floor. The forest floor consists of very few brushes or herbs due to the little amounts of sunlight because this area is usually completely shaded. Sunlight only gets through to the forest floor if a canopy or emergent tree has fallen. Less than 1% of the light that hits the top of the rainforest reaches the forest floor. The topsoil of the forest floor is very thin and has very poor quality of nutrition. The litter or leaves, dead animals, etc., that falls to the floor is quickly decomposed by the creatures like termites, earthworms, and fungi. Heat and humidity also help break down the litter that will eventually get absorbed by the tree roots.
Common animal types. The first common animal is the Bengal tiger, which is an endangered species that lives in native to South Asia. It is generally found in dense forests or mangrove swamps in the Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal. The range of the Bengal tiger is much smaller in comparison to what it used to be. It is a dominant and carnivorous predator which has no natural predator. The Bengal hunts its prey by stalking it until the Bengal tiger finds the right opportunity. Generally hunts for larger mammals such as deer, wild boar, cattle, and goats. The Bengal tiger camouflages into the forest well due to the pattern of black or dark brown stripes on its orange fur.
The next type of animal is the harpy eagle. It's defined as the world's largest and most powerful eagle. It weighs up to 20 pounds with a body length of up to 3.5 feet long. Generally, the harpy eagle lives in the rainforest of southern Mexico, South America, and northern Argentina. When hunting, the harpy eagle will sometimes drop below the forest canopy to look for prey. Plus, their keen eyesight and hearing help pinpoint prey. Their nesting sites are typically found in the tallest trees of the rainforest. They compose their nest of large sticks and branches gathered from nearby trees.
The king cobra is the third type of common animal. They live mainly in the rainforest and plains in India, southern China, and Southeast Asia. Their coloring can vary from region to region. They can grow up to 18 meters in length. They're the longest venomous snake, and they weigh about 13 pounds. The amount of neurotoxin they deliver in a single bite, up to 2 lengths of fluid at once, can kill 20 people. However, it's not the most potent venomous snake in the world. They nest, currently the only snake in the entire world to make a nest for their eggs, and they will guard until their hatchlings emerge.
The next one is the orangutan. They are located on the islands of Borneo, Sumatra, and Indonesia. They are found at a higher elevation and in near lowland swamps. They will sleep in the trees and move through the trees to search for food. The females can be up to 3.5 feet in height and weigh 110 pounds. The males can be up to 4.5 feet in height and weigh 200 pounds. Their diet mostly consists of plants and animals. They eat fruit, leaves, seeds, tree bark, plant bulbs, tender plant shoots, and flowers. They also eat insects, birds, and small mammals. They are generally shy, solitary animals, and they live alone due to their eating habits because they need a large territory to receive enough food.
The vampire bat feeds when it's fully dark, and they mostly feed on the blood of mammals. One of the 3 bat species that feed on blood is this vampire bat. They live in the tropics of Mexico, Central America, and South Africa. Their habitats are usually in completely dark places such as caves, hollow trees, and old. The behavior of the vampire bat is social and caring. Its offsprings will be taken care of by their mother. And if the mother were to not return, the other bats would take care of the orphan.
The boa constrictor. The boa constrictor can grow up to 13 feet and weigh up to 100 pounds. It's located in northern Mexico to Argentina. They are able to live in deserts, wet tropical rainforests, open savanna, and cultivated fields, but they generally stay away from the water. The diet mostly consists of large lizards, moderate-sized birds, possums, bats, mongoose, rats, and squirrels. They generally hunt at night and use heat-sensitive scales to locate its prey. They are seasonal breeders and they give birth to live young.
This is our works cited.